Welcome, everybody. It's Travel Talks, and today's Thursday. It's 3 o'clock Eastern Time, and I am so grateful you've chosen to spend this time with me. Today, I have a very special presentation, and I am looking forward to sharing this with you. So I'm Diane Cook, the owner and principal travel designer of 7 Seas to Seas Travel. I specialize in not so usual and bucket list travel adventures. And I also have my own small group hosted walking, whining, dining tours, which today's presentation is a part of. Each day we are slowing down. I'm working with local guides and businesses to ensure that we're living like locals. Walking, whining, dining at a comfortable pace, so we're active and we're experiencing and enjoying all the local culture and beverages of interest, all in comfort. My entire career, spanning over 37 years, has been in travel. 6 years ago, I left the corporate world of national retail travel companies to start my own niche business, set up to operate anywhere in the world at the end of an internet connection. I'm a world traveler, entrepreneur, business owner, adventurer, and I make a difference in people's lives, helping them live their dreams. I'd like to welcome a fellow colleague, Jeff Babineau of Anchor Tours as well today, who is joining us. Jeff is going to be on this particular Nova Scotia tour, our local guide and driver, and we are thrilled that he's going to be able to join us throughout our entire trip.
Hello, everyone.
There you go. So Jeff, would you like to share just a little bit about yourself so we can hear your beautiful Nova Scotia accent?
Oh, goodness. Well, no pressure at all. My name is Jeff Babineau. I'm the owner and operator of Anchor Tours based out of Halifax in Nova Scotia. Been in the business now for a little over 3 years, and the last 2 years have definitely been very challenging to say the least, considering COVID and the restrictions that we've had. But as we come out of the pandemic, things are starting to pick up. This last week alone has been incredibly solid, and I've been very happy with that. So I just hope the good things continue and we can finish off the year on a solid note to look forward to seeing you all next year.
Excellent. Thank you, Jeff. I'm just going to change my view here. There we go. So our Nova Scotia Adventure is going to include all of the not so usual walking, whining, and dining experiences we are known for, along with unique and exciting adventures each day and luxuries that will surprise and delight. We'll enjoy many wine tastings and other local ciders and craft beers, farm and seed to table, locally sourced meals. We are intentionally slowing down and experiencing, having adventures with daily opportunities to walk, guided walking tours, sea kayaking, stargazing, learning of the history and natural wonders that make this province of Nova Scotia so unique. I have a little video just to whet your appetite. get so excited every time I watch that video. I think, oh, we're going to be there next year. I'm so excited. So we're going to start off, everybody arriving on day one into Halifax, where we'll all check into the Westin Nova Scotia Hotel. So everybody, we will want to arrive there by noon, 1 o'clock at the latest, and check in. We'll meet up as a group with Jeff as our local guide, of course, in the Westin Nova Scotia lobby at 2 p.m. And we'll start off with a relaxed and educational guided walking tour of downtown Halifax. We'll also be sure to enjoy a welcome cocktail together along the way. And tonight you are free to explore and enjoy dinner on your own or with newfound friends. Jeff, do you want to talk a little bit about what that guided walking tour of the Halifax waterfront will be like?
Oh, great. Well, naturally, Halifax is a very walkable city as long as you realize that it's on a very steep hill and you have to plan it accordingly. What we would probably like to do is take the path of least resistance, of course, and navigate around the city so that we can make sure to not to exhaust everyone. We'll definitely walk the waterfront, Spring Garden Road areas, in the downtown core, Argyle Street. Probably we'll definitely go over to Public Gardens, which is a phenomenal location that will be sure to, be very, people will definitely enjoy. It has fauna from all over the world located there. So it's a very beautiful spot. It's one of the few Victorian era type gardens left in the world. So it's quite a throwback in time, and it's very beautiful. The Citadel is naturally, the Halifax Citadel is one of the most visited national historic sites in all of Canada, second only to the Parliament buildings in Ottawa. And it's a very short distance away from there as well. So that is definitely something that you can walk around the outside on. And it's the high point of the city. So naturally you have a commanding view of the harbor below. So we'll make sure to do all kinds of sites in between there and the hotel. And definitely it's going to be a nice walk. There's some very historic architecture and buildings and places of interest along the way, and there'll never be a dull moment, I can guarantee it.
Oh, that sounds wonderful. So day two, we are going to meet in the lobby at 8:30 for an 8:45 a.m. departure this morning. And there's a reason we're a little earlier than we would normally be, but we have a tight timeline this morning. And so you want to have your day pack ready with rain gear, a hat, jacket, whatever you think you're going to need for today, because our luggage will be with us, but just not easily accessible. So this morning's drive is going to be about an hour long, and we're going to head out to the Oak Island Resort, where we will join our guide, Tony Sampson, for an adventure as we explore by boat the mysteries of Oak Island, famous, of course, from the History Channel TV show, The Curse of Oak Island. And I have a little video here to show you. After that, we'll have about a 30-minute drive that's going to bring us to the UNESCO World Heritage Site of the Old Town of Lunenburg. We'll enjoy a guided walking tour with Jeff of Lunenburg, and then you'll have free time to search out a spot for lunch and enjoy the rest of the day at your leisure. Browsing through shops. If the Blue Nose 2 is in the harbor, you can enjoy an afternoon harbor cruise. Be sure to take in a tasting at the Ironworks Distillery. And with so many wonderful options for dinner, I thought it would be best if everybody just was on their own tonight. You can dine with your new friends, be as flexible as you want, but you're sure to find something that will hit the spot. We're going to be staying at the Lunenburg Arms Hotel. And Jeff, are there any points of interest on the Old Town of Lunenburg tour that you'd like to mention?
Well, yeah, there's actually quite a few. Just briefly, Lunenburg is a very historic city, well, town, I should say. Second to Halifax, it was the second British colony that was set up in North America in 1753, at least British North America and British in Canada, anyway. So it's quite a lovely charm to it. It's a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Part of the reason for that is that the street structure of the town is the same as it was in 1753 when it was established, and the buildings originate from its earliest date of inhabitation. So in the late 1700s, early 1800s, the downtown core is really quite something special. It's recognized as one of the finest known remaining examples of what a British colonial era town would resemble. It is also home to the second oldest Anglican church in Canada, the St. John's Anglican Church, and also the very first Lutheran church in Canada as well. So there's a lot of firsts in Lunenburg for Canada. And yeah, some very amazing architecture and some very interesting spots along the way. The Not Ruland House, which is owned by the Lunenburg Historical Society, is one of the only homes that is located in the town that is free for public viewing. So you can go in and you can see how Lunenburgers is what they're called, how they lived, how the townspeople of Lunenburg lived back in the late 1700s to early 1800s. It's quite compelling to go inside.
Oh, that's neat. I am looking forward to that. So this morning on day 3, we'll aim to depart around 9 a.m. And today's drive is going to take us to, now, Jeff, help me out here. Kejimkuk?
Kejimkujik.
There we go. Thank you. National Park Seaside. And we'll walk the Harbor Rocks Trail in Kejimkujik National Park, Seaside, beautiful white sand beach for exclusive insights into the coastal estuary. We're going to have a local adventure guide who will be leading us as we explore the seaside ecosystem and paddle in kayaks through the coastal estuary on our way to a lobster roll picnic lunch. In this pristine turquoise waters, we'll keep an eye out for all kinds of wildlife like seals and seabirds and porpoises. Afterwards, we'll head back to the beachside resort where you can enjoy a swim or go for a beach walk or have some downtime, even a nap maybe, before we enjoy a seafood feast tonight overlooking the beautiful white sand beach of Somerville Beach Provincial Park at sunset. We'll be staying tonight at the quarter deck beachside villa lofts. Day 4, we'll see us depart around 10 a.m. We're going to ease into the day. You can enjoy a wonderful morning beach walk after breakfast. If you're early risers, we'll just take it a little bit easy this morning, and then we're going to head out and we'll make a stop in Yarmouth at Cape Fortune Lighthouse. We'll be able to stretch our legs on the Leif Erikson hiking trail and enjoy a bite at the Keeper's Kitchen before we head on to our destination of Trout Point Lodge, a luxury wilderness resort nestled in the Tobeatic Wilderness area in UNESCO Southwest Nova Biosphere. On arrival at the lodge, we'll enjoy a private orientation of our resort and the facilities. You can enjoy time to unpack, go for a stroll, or partake in one of the afternoon guided activities like forest bathing. I didn't even know that was a thing until last year, but very, very, very cool. And before dinner, cocktails, of course, and then a gourmet outdoor dining under the stars. We'll be joining the staff astronomer for stargazing under a billion stars, as Trout Point Lodge is the world's first starlight hotel and has some of North America's darkest skies. So we're going to be staying here and enjoying this beautiful wilderness resort for 2 nights. Everything is, all the meals are included, of course, everything's included. So today, the day is completely yours. There are no set group itineraries. It is completely up to you what you want to do. You get to explore your wild side on your own. You might take in an early morning yoga class, or you might go for a kayak on the Tusket River before enjoying a luxurious breakfast. Next you might grab a gourmet packed lunch and embark on a 4-hour Billy's Hill hike into the Tobiatic to the highest point in the southwest Nova Scotia to enjoy your lunch at Billy's Hill Cabin before heading back. Unwind in a relaxing soak in the wood-fired hot tub or take a nap in the hammock. And a refreshing dip before dinner just to freshen up. And be prepared to be wowed again with the daily changing gourmet dinner with views of the Tusket River and s'mores and stargazing around a campfire to end a perfect day in the wilderness. It just doesn't get any better than this. I have a little video for you coming up to just give you an idea of what this would look like.
My name is Tara Kroll. I'm the head naturalist here at Tropical Lodge of Nova Scotia. We're located on the southern border of the Tobiatic Wilderness area. We're mainly an accommodation, but we also provide culinary experiences as well as expeditions and outings. We also primarily focus on edible hikes. Get our things and come back to the kitchen, and that's for them is what really makes it special to come and experience the biosphere that way. Today we are seeing burdock roots, cattails, our cranberry bog as well, and evening primrose, and also Indian cucumber. I think that guests in the come here just have a unique experience. They're able to experience the biosphere in all of its areas, whether it be on the water or hiking, and they go home with a sense of nature is out there, especially on the edible site. We encourage people to go home and look and see what's edible around their own homes as well. Even for me, I come out every day, and I always find something new.
That is going to be a very special stay, and we are far off any beaten path heading out there, and that's what one of the things we do with the walking whining tours. We really want it to be off the path, authentic, really in nature, and immersing ourselves with these experiences and unique cultures. So I know that's going to be a very special stay. So on day 6 this morning, we'll be up and our drive is going to take us along the coast as we head up for Wolfville. We'll make a couple stops for cider and wine tasting on the way. Once we arrive in Wolfville, we'll check into our home for the next 2 nights again, a local gem of traditional elegance and history at the Tatting Stone Inn. You'll be able to choose to enjoy an afternoon at your leisure, or for those who wish to join in a visit to the beautiful Tangled Garden. We'll experience the fascinating story of the Tangled Garden with a private guided 1.5-hour tour with the owner and creator, Master Gardener, Beverly McClare, followed by a browse through their shop filled with unique creations from the gardens, or maybe a cup of tea. There is no coffee here. So herbal tea will be what's on tap there. Tonight's experience will find us at the Church Brewing Company for a brewery tour and tasting, followed up with pub fare for dinner. This morning, we'll enjoy a private guided tour and travel to the timeless fishing village of Halls Harbor, located in Nova Scotia's Bay of Fundy. Perhaps, Jeff, would you like to tell us a bit about what we'll see on this tour?
Great. Well, we're going to leave the Wolfville area and go up towards the Bay of Fundy, which is on the northern coast of Nova Scotia, like on the northeastern end. And we're going to visit a place called Halls Harbor, and it's a very quaint fishing village. If you're looking for something that's an authentic type Nova Scotia fishing village, you'll find it here. It has some very interesting history behind it. Halls Harbor is generally named after a privateer that used to hide out in that particular harbor, an American privateer that wanted to escape the British Navy, and they named the area after him. Nearby, there's going to be some very interesting place called Huntington Point, where they have some very interesting concrete cottages that were made in the early 1930s that are very colorful, very decorative, and I can guarantee you, you're never going to see anything like this before in your life and may never again. They're handmade, they're very old, and they're quite unique. So if you saw some pictures of them, I'm sure you'd want to see more of them.
Oh, that's neat. And I have a little video here, just to give you an idea of the tides and just what that looks like in time lapse.
And I'll just mention this while the video is going on. Halls Harbor is in that area has the highest tide in the world in the Bay of Fundy.
Excellent. Oh my, yes.
Well,
I think I read 42 feet, right?
That's right, yeah. In that particular location, it's 42 feet. The highest tides are at 52 feet, and that would be in New Brunswick in New Brunswick. Yes, I'm sorry, I forget the location, but they go as high as 52 feet.
Wow, that is just incredible. And the first time I ever saw the high tides, we learned that the water is always moving. And now that sounds funny because of course the water is always moving, but with the tides, it's always either coming in or going out. And so I think everybody I saw, and I did the same thing. So I'm assuming everybody does this. You have to walk on the seafloor to where the water edges. I don't know why I do that, or why everybody else did, and then I look down and you're looking, okay, is the water coming in like 1/8 of an inch by 1/8 of an inch, or is it going out? And so I looked down and it was actually creeping in little by little. And I got all nervous. And I was like, I said to my husband, oh, we have to go. The water's coming in. And he said, it's going to take a long time. And it's like, no, you can't play around with this kind of thing. You don't want to be taken by surprise, right? So we slowly started to make our way back to shore, but pretty exciting stuff to see how that is constantly moving. It's better than TV, just to be out in nature like that. So now also, we'll spend about an hour exploring the area and see what rural life is like in one of Nova Scotia's many coastal fishing villages with Jeff there. Then afterwards, we're going to head over to Lightfoot and Wolfville for a wine tasting and a lunch. Now, they have a really fantastic stone oven pizza. So this would be a wonderful tasting mixed with a light pizza. So I have a little video here for.
Hello, my name is Rachel Lightfoot, and I'm part of the management team here at Lightfoot and Wolfville Vineyards. Lightfoot and Wolfville Vineyards is a family-owned and operated winery. We really identify as farmers first and foremost. We've been farming in the Annapolis Valley for 8 generations. We opened our doors at Lightfoot and Wolfville in the summer of 2017. So we pride ourselves on having a farm-to-table philosophy. So all of the meats, the vegetables, herbs, as well as the wine come directly from the farm here itself. So one of the things that makes Lightfoot and Wolfville unique is our farming practices. So we are a certified biodynamic farm and winery. At the heart of biodynamic farming is this vision of the farm as a whole living ecosystem. It's its own single organism, and it's a very holistic and sustainable way of farming. In terms of winemaking with biodynamic practices, The focus is on minimal intervention, so not adding or taking away. We act more as shepherds, just sort of guiding the wine through in a way that has minimal intervention. It's very exciting to see reactions to the wines. Folks are usually quite surprised, and then they taste it and they're really blown away. So first and foremost, it's wine quality, and then the uniqueness, distinctiveness of our wines, I think, is really special. So that's one key driving factor for me. Hello, my name is Rachel White.
That is I'm really looking forward to tasting that blush wine she had there in those glasses. That looked really tasty. So this morning we're going to head out for the Fox Harbor Resort, another off the beaten path, very exclusive stay. Nobody else makes the visit out here. So this is very special for us. I know Jeff was telling me when the resort was being built, it was very exclusive even for the people of Nova Scotia. And so it will be a really unique stay there. So at about halfway, we'll stop in North River to stretch our legs and enjoy a tour and a tasting at the Raging Crow Distillery. And then once we get to the Fox Harbor Resort, everybody will be able to just enjoy the resort activities. Whether it's you want to, take in a round of golf, we would probably want to book that tee time in advance, but that is something, if you're a golfer, you can cross off your bucket list. We can set that up for you. Or if you're ready for a spa treatment, or you would like to do some sea kayaking again, do some shooting or fishing, biking or hiking, or go for a trail ride. There is so much to do here, and they also have one of the most expensive wine cellars in Nova Scotia. So for wine aficionados, this would be a place you will really enjoy. There is no set group dinner tonight, as it's our last night, and I wanted to be sure everybody could spend it the way they wanted, whether it was on their own or as a couple or with your newfound friends. So lots of flexibility here, and we'll enjoy our very lovely stay at the Fox Harbor Resort. So on our last morning together, we'll ease into the day and plan to depart around 10 a.m. for today's journey. We'll enjoy a couple more tasting and tidbits on our journey back to Halifax, where we expect to arrive around mid-afternoon at the Westin Nova Scotia, where our tour will end. So that takes us through 9 days in Nova Scotia off the beaten path. I hope you are as thrilled with that itinerary as I am, and I am so looking forward to spending this time with you and having Jeff as our guide and leader. I'm just very excited about that. Having him along with us is also very unique as well, because we get to know each other and we become family and we stay in touch. So hopefully this won't be the last visit to Halifax and Nova Scotia for you. I do have just a few slides with details and pricing, but absolutely let me know your interest. Ask me any questions. All pricing is in Canadian. Inclusions and highlights, I've included as much as I possibly can. The only items that maybe are not included is the occasional lunch or the occasional dinner, where there is so much selection and offered. I just wanted to be sure to give everybody time to enjoy that as well on their own. And it's important, even though we will be together a fair amount, that everybody has their time apart as well. So I wanted to be sure to build that into our itinerary. Not included are airfare, of course. Of course, I can help you arrange all of those details. And I would also say, don't go ahead and make any air reservations until we know for sure that this tour will be a guaranteed departure as people sign up for it. Travel insurance, of course, in today's world, the importance of having the correct travel insurance has never been more paramount. And of course, pre and post tour extensions, extra nights at the hotel, or if this is just a jumping off point for you and you're continuing on further afield on the East Coast. And that takes us to the end. And so, Jeff, do you have any parting words for us?
Well, I just want to thank you for the opportunity to join you all today, Diane, and how much I am excited to look forward to meeting you and all of your guests coming into this tour, and to show, the beautiful province of Nova Scotia that I call my home. So I'm really looking forward to this.
Oh, thank you so much. And thank you everyone for spending this time together. I look forward to getting to know you, and please reach out. Let me know your questions and what I can do to help you plan this for next year. And we'd love to have you join us. So thank you again. Have a wonderful day. Thank you, Jeff.